Hi everyone, welcome back to Adventure of a Lifetime, Emily's Route, Episode 4, where Emily, Chisa, and Hiroki are still learning about the ghost ship, getting the details about where the ring is, and even taking pictures to see how the ship looks. And even Emily got some information about the ring from her mother about where she put it. And hopefully this will allow them to create this perfect path, safest and most efficient for them to find the ring in one shot. Because as a scuba diver, you can't go underwater for far too long. But unfortunately, it looks like there's one big roadblock coming up, and it's another typhoon. And if you remember in the common route, the typhoon, it got Emily, Chisa, and Hiroki stranded on this private island. I forgot the name of it, but it also brought the ghost ship along with them. And I have a feeling that this typhoon may wipe it away if they don't hurry up. And if that's the case, then all the efforts that Emily learned how to scuba dive goes to waste. And pretty much there's no way for Emily to be able to get this ring again. And she'll pretty much have to live with the status quo about her mother splitting up with her dad and Emily having to go to America permanently with her mother. So let's see how this unfolds and what they're going to do about it. So Emily's like, typhoon warning, another one. Well, what crap timing. I guess we have to call off the salvage until it passes.
そうね。じゃなくて。
So what's the problem then if that's not the case? So what's the big deal? Typhoons blow over Ogasawara all the time. So Chisa leaned forward on the table, her hands clenched in frustration. So what's wrong?
台風が来たら幽霊船がまたどっか行っちゃう。
There you go. It's like, well, if the typhoon does come here, it might blow the ghost ship away, and now we can't find it. Uh-oh. Well, I hadn't thought of that. So, when will the typhoon hit?
3日後。
3 days. I'm not sure if that's a lot of time or not.
それまでにサルベージしないと。
So if we can't retrieve the ring by then it's over. So we could end up losing the ghost ship for good. Okay, so next morning. So our plan had been to give Emily time to get better at diving and to explore for as long as our limited time would allow. But the incoming typhoon meant we would have to kick things up a notch. So basically, hurry up and get this salvage going ASAP. So that's it? Everything? So Ryota had helped us pack our scuba gear into his outrigger.
ありがとう、りょうちゃん。
いよいよ挑むんだな、幽霊船に。
So finally the big deal, right? So this is the big day for everyone? Yeah, well, sooner than I had hoped, but the typhoon forced our hand. So basically it's trying to push us to hurry up and get this done.
無理すんなよ。
So don't go too crazy, okay? I know.
慎重に行くわ。海は怖い場所だもん。特に深い海は。
Well, we'll be careful, especially in the scary deep ocean.
まあ大丈夫よ。エミリーのスクーバのスキルはとっくに初心者レベルじゃないし。
Well, at least you have some skill and experience, so that'll help you and it'll make you more than just a beginner.
マジかよ。この間まで泳げなかったんだろ。
And even Ryota is impressed, like, wow, so you went from a non-swimmer to someone who has a decent level of swimming.
不思議よね。
Well, then again, Emily was a ballet dancer in the past, so that kind of helped her. So Emily looked off into the distance.
私ね、小笠原の海に出会ってこう思ったの。帰ってきたんだ。
Okay?
私はエミリ、海の恵み。海は私の第三の故郷なのよ。
So it's like my third home. Swish, swish, swish. So the waves crashed quietly against the sand.
はあ、すぐ調子に乗る。やっぱ危ないんじゃないこの子。
So now Chisa's skeptical. It's like, so I wonder if you're able to go there like that. Or just trying to show off.
そんなことないもん。海への愛とイフは常に裏表なのよ。
Oh, so I think it's more like, so you're pretending that you like the ocean. You just mentioned this, all these good fluff and such. But I'm pretty sure on the inside, you don't like the ocean still. Because there's no way you would change a 180 all of a sudden.
いいの？楽しそう。
But it looks kind of fun, says Shinami. So Shinami had been standing at Ryo's side, watching us get ready.
あなたも来る？めくるめく冒険の旅へ。
So how about you come? It'll be a wonderful adventure.
結構です。あと5分以上日差しにさらされると干からびて塩になってしまうので。
Well, I can't handle this kind of weather. I'm probably going to desiccate, so pass.
なのでそろそろ行くといいですよ。チナはエアコンの効いた涼しい部屋でネットの海にダイブします。
Okay, time to go back to my computer and do some more web browsing.
勝手に見送りに来ておいてなんつう言い草だ。
Well, then again, you weren't really invited. You just popped in, so who cares about you?
ヒロニー、エミリーお姉様、どうかお気をつけて。グアネよ、二人をしっかり護衛するのだぞ。
Well, hero enemy or hero Emily, do be careful out there. I'll entrust your safety to my simple dear sister.
誰がグアネだ。そろそろお姉ちゃんって呼ばないとげんこつ食らわすよ。
Oh, okay, so you call me simple-minded. Okay, how about I beat you up then?
暴力で誰かを支配できると思っているところが愚かなのだ。我が姉よ。
Okay,
マジで殴りたくなってきたわ。
well, someday I'm going to teach you a lesson. Okay, so do we have everything we need? So we checked through our equipment one last time,
大丈夫よ。
and we're all set to go.
オッケー。
All okay. Alright then, so time to head out into the sea.
行ってきまーす。
Okay, see you later.
行ってきます。
We'll be back.
気をつけてな。
Be careful.
暑い中見送りに来たんだから宝は山分けだぞグアネ。
What? It's like, oh, I want to be compensated for staying out here. Okay, so the little island's called Minamijima, and then we got ready for our dive. So we put on our gear and then did the buddy check.
エアーよし、ウェイトよし。
So air check, weight check, and we were used to this routine by now. And it looks like Finn is here. It's like, go, go, go! So Finn watched us from the water, eager for someone to jump in and play with him.
一応何かあったら助けが呼べるよう待機しとくけど、絶対無理しちゃダメよ。
Okay? So we decided to leave Chisa wait in the canoe directly above us in case of an emergency.
わかってる。やばそうなら引き返すから。
So if we stick to the plan, everything should be fine. So before going in, we went over the plan one last time. So we'll go in through the hole in the hole. If we turn right, we'll be in the corridor, so we head for the third door to the right. And that door will be our first real obstacle. If it does open, perfect, fine, but if it doesn't, then... well, we could dive pretty well, but picking a lock or taking down a door was beyond our skill set. Well, I'm pretty sure there has been another way to enter that room if that main door is locked. Or they can just break through the door. I'm pretty sure it's wood. Hopefully it's not metal. But then again, the metal would have rusted by now. So, if the door didn't open, then the whole plan would be over before it had begun. There you go. It's like, well, it probably rusted, so you can just kick open the door with a little bit of force. Okay, so we're just gonna take pictures for now to see what's inside or beyond the door. So seeing us today wouldn't be our last chance. It's like, well, we do have a few more days before the typhoon hits. So any photos we took today would give us a chance to study the room if we didn't find the ring. Well, then Emily enters the cabin and opens the right drawer on the desk her mom described. And hopefully the desk is still intact and not a pile of lumber. So I think it's like, well, I don't expect you to be successful. Just do your best. Roger that. So no matter what happens, we won't panic. That'll make things worse. So Emily and I nodded to one another. So if it all goes well, we should be able to make a quick exit. Okay? So double check your equipment, make sure nothing goes bad because it's going to be really hard to get up and you may drown from that. So Emily repeated the procedures and warnings to herself as diving in confined spaces required a lot more caution than usual. So you wanted to avoid getting caught on anything at all costs. So those kind of accidents could easily lead to panic and disorientation. Okay, so I guess we should get going. Alright then. So Emily nodded, the atmosphere more tense than usual. So we turned to face each other, hands on each other's shoulders, and then made our way into the water. Okay, just relax. It'll be alright. So even if you are at the bottom of the ocean, you will not be alone. Okay? Go, 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 says Finn. So Finn sent us off with an encouraging squeak. Or, go for it, Emily! Hey, don't forget about me. I'm here to cheer you on as well. So I was glad that we had the two of them on our side. So the waterline was already above our waist. We let go one another and put on our fins. And then it was time to go dive. So it's a typical Ogasawara summer day. The sun was out with no sign of any clouds, and visibility would be good today as well. So Emily and I made eye contact. Okay, nice. So we couldn't ask for better weather. And I can already see the ghost ship from here. So the ghost ship was clearly visible, lying slightly tilted on the seafloor. dark shadow among all the colorful fish and coral that looked like some gigantic monster nursing a fatal injury.
今からあいつの中に入るのね。
I kind of wonder if they did go inside previously, because I wonder where the photos come from. So we were swimming right into the belly of the shadow beast, and the danger before us was palpable. So I squeezed Emily's hand. Okay, I'm here with you. We're buddies, okay?
ありがとう、ヒロ君。
So our hand signals express something along these lines as we slowly sink deeper and deeper. Okay? So Emily stopped for a moment and pinched her nose through her mask. She was used to equalizing pressure at this point. So the rate of equalization varied from person to person. In her case, she had to do it fairly often. Keep on it! Keep on doing, says Vin. So Finn was doing laps around Emily to show off how much better he was at swimming. Well, now's not the time for that.
あっち行ってて、性悪いるか。
Oh, come on, out of the way, I'm busy. Oh, come on!
挑発には乗りませんから。
Well, I'm not gonna sink to your level. So she did her best to ignore the dolphin's taunts. So you okay now?
ええ、いいわ。
I'm okay. I'm all ready to go. So we continue our descent. As we approached the seafloor, the blue ocean deepened all around us. The further we got from the sun, the less welcoming our surroundings appeared, like some underworld visited by the roaming spirits. So no fish around today.
昨日はあんなにいたのに。
So is that a bad sign? So was the approaching typhoon already having effect on the area? It was so quiet around the ghost ship that I almost believed that it was haunted.
好都合ね。サルベージの邪魔になるものはなるべくいない方がいいもの。
Okay, so our chance. Emily looked optimistic. I nodded. So before I knew it, we had reached the sea floor. Okay, so give me some light.
了解。
Roger. So Emily shined her dive light at my hands while I checked over the camera. And the brand was well known for its underwater usability. A Nikon. It was sturdy enough to function in deep water without leaking, but was also really easy to use. Obviously, because it's film and there's not really many features compared to a digital camera. So even with gloves on, I could reach buttons easily without losing my grip. I'm pretty sure it's designed that way, because the person or the company that designed this camera knows that they're going to be in scuba gear or wearing heavy equipment when using this. So I adjusted the focus of the camera. So I'm still setting the focus for 1.5 meters. So lack of light underwater played tricks with your eyes, but this distance had been the most reliable so far.
いい？
Okay, so all set, all good? Yeah, I'm fine.
行ってくるわ、性悪いるか。私たちに何かあったら、チサに知らせてね。
Okay? So leaving a worried Finn behind, we carefully made our way through the gaping hole on the side of the ghost ship. Okay, so we're now inside the ship and it's dark. and Emily can't see anything. So, switch on your light. So, Emily's dive light cut through the darkness, and all around us, tiny fish darted in and out of the soft corals covering the walls, tentacles swaying in the water like arms reaching out. Well, I hope there's not an octopus in here. That would be very troublesome. So maybe it was just my nerves, but I was starting to think that we really had invaded the body of a living creature. Okay, so slow down, don't stir anything up. So the interior of the ship was covered in the corroded remains of the ship, the decayed corpses of other creatures, and sand. And the slightest movement would send it spiraling all around the room. We took our time as we moved through the ship's interior, using our fins as little as possible. So controlling buoyancy was really important when wrecking. So shipwrecks disrupted normal currents, causing irregular currents to form. We had to take careful not to break form in these currents. And also as a result, it was a lot more difficult to maintain proper balance if you propel yourself forward with your fins. So if we did kick up some dust, Chisa's previous warning came to mind. So what is it? So in a small space like this, the dust would create a thick, impenetrable cloud that would take time to settle. So don't kick up dust. Dust settles slowly in water compared to air. And if that did happen, we'd be stuck waiting for everything to calm down. So with the both of us paying the utmost attention to our surroundings, we moved further into the ship. So we found ourselves in the hallway lined up with cabin doors. As you can see. Okay, so no sea monsters here. So Emily shined her light down the hall. And the way the light bounced down the hall, it felt like something nasty was lurking in the shadows. But that was just me being ridiculous. But maybe it's true. Oh, look! There's an air pocket above us. And there's a dent in the ceiling where some air had collected. So maybe they can go here and get some air? Well, if we were to get trapped with no air down here, it would be tempting a sight, but it was likely that the air wasn't safe to breathe. Maybe full of sulfur, carbon dioxide, other harmful toxic fumes that have been trapped in the ship for many years. So that uncirculated air had been in the ship for 60 years, so breathing it could get us sick, or at the very worst, kill us. So not enough oxygen. Okay, so number 3. So we have finally arrived at our destination, door number 3. And in spite of the time spent at the bottom of the sea, the door looked pretty sturdy. So I'll open it. Should be safe, but stay back just in case. So Emily backed away to watch from a safe distance. So I wonder what's inside. So before grabbing the handle, I checked for any harmful creatures that might have attached themselves to the door. A sea urchin. A pufferfish. Well, I don't want a handful of poison needles or something equally unappealing. Here we go. Wish me luck. So I gave the handle a strong tug. Oof, 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 oof. And it didn't budge. So is it locked? Oh, come on! Maybe there was some small organism jammed into the hinges that was keeping the door from opening.
ヒロ君
What's wrong? So I try pulling on it again, harder this time. Crack! Okay, so it looks like this one did the trick. It didn't open. It came off right at the hinges. Okay, so the door just popped up.
ヒロ君
Uh-oh, and now we see dust. I move quickly to keep the door from falling. Oh, I'm fine. So I breathe a sigh of relief as I set the door to one side. But I still have to wait for all the dirt and sand to settle before we can move on. Okay, so it looks like the dust has settled and it should be okay to go in this really dark room.
ヒロ君先にお願い
So please go in first. Okay, sure. So you just light the way. So help me or give me some light. So as Emily lit the room, I moved in to start taking pictures. So you see a phone, you see a light. So it looks like the room is okay, there's not a lot of damage. Well, the cabin was in better condition than I had expected. I guess 60 years isn't all that long for a shipwreck. The door being kept closed all the time probably helped too. So he takes pictures of the room.
どうしたのヒロ君
So what's wrong? Well, I'm just surprised at how normal it all looks. Well, there was no denying that this place was a mess. But under all the decay and water damage, the cabin retained a weird lived-in look, as if someone was still using it. I wasn't creeped out or anything. It was a calming space, as if it was a small part of the previous residents had just stayed behind. Ooh, look! Magazines and everything else.
本当だ
Yeah, that's right. Well, they fall into the floor, but then again, so had everything else. So some parts have been torn away, but where the pages were intact, the colors still looked fresh. Even the text was readable.
不思議パパが読んでいたのかしら
So I wonder what these magazines are, now that Emily is discovering it. Probably. Well, in a way, the shipwreck was like a giant time capsule, preserving life as it was 16 years ago. Okay, I'm done, so you can go on ahead. So I let Emily have the room. So both of us couldn't fit inside at once, so I moved to the corridor to light her way as she explored the room. Don't rush, and don't touch anything until you're sure it's safe. So you don't want to touch something and everything just falls on you.
了解
Okay, I understand. So moving her fins as little as possible, she swam into the cabin.
机あれだわ
Okay, so I see a desk. There it is. There was a desk in the corner just as our research had suggested. And there's a drawer as well. So I wonder if it's in there. So Emily switched on her dive light and then reached out for the drawer. And with a little encouragement, it came away easy enough. Well, so do you find it? Do you see anything? Oh. So I think she found it. Voila! Here it is, a tiny box. Oh, you better look inside. I think it's better to take it to the surface and then open it up, just like what happened in the movie Titanic. Well, hopefully the box won't fall apart in our hands. Okay, so Emily found it. Here it is. A small glimmer of light could be seen in the middle of the box, probably reflected from a gemstone in the rings or something else. Alright, salvage successful. I didn't think it would go this smoothly, and while I was immediately filled with relief, I was a little disappointed. Why? However, along with being careful, we ended up falling behind schedule. Emily, we need to head back. Our time is running short. Okay, I understand. Emily! Uh-oh, I think Emily's at her limits. Well, I thought she'd be over the moon at finding the ring, but her face looked frozen stiff. Emily, what's the matter? No response. Emily was staring at the top of the desk. She was rooted to the spot. Her gaze never wavered from that one fixed point. All of a sudden, she started to sink. Pretty soon, her fins touched the floor. Hey, Emily, what are you doing? You're starting to sink. You better hurry up before it gets worse. So as Emily tried to right herself, the fin touching the floor kicked up a cloud of debris. Even worse. So visibility inside the cabin took a nosedive. Now all dark, all cloudy. Emily started to panic. Emily, calm down. So I grabbed her arms and tried to keep her from thrashing around. But there was muddy water swirling all over us. I grabbed Emily and pulled her towards the door. Emily, come on. Get hold of yourself. So her face had gone pale and she was shaking like a leaf. Damn, we need to get out of here. So I dragged Emily back to the hole in the hole. It was a miracle neither of us snagged our cylinders or regulators, given the state of panic we were in. And I don't remember a lot of details, but somewhere we made it back outside. So that's the good part. And the deep water actually looked bright compared to the interior of the ghost ship. Emily, just stay with me, okay? She was barely conscious, her breathing ragged and irregular. And now Finn noticed something going wrong. Finn, I'm glad to see you. Help me with Emily. Sure, says Finn. Wait, you're back already? Says Chisa. Wait a minute. You're rising too quickly. It's bad for your body. What are you doing? Chisa! Wait, what happened? Well, I don't know. Emily just started acting strange. I'm sure that's not the problem. Never mind about me. We need to help Emily right away. Okay, I understand. So Chisa called the hospital. And while she was doing that, I dived under again. And with Finn's help, we got Emily safe to the surface and into the canoe. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for all the trouble. I know we kind of rushed our decisions. Yeah, that's true. So we were on our way back from the hospital. So Rio had been waiting on the Omura beach to drive us there. So the doctor said that Emily's collapse wasn't caused by any kind of natural poison or by inhaling any harmful gas. Instead, she'd seen something that caused her a lot of stress, and she fell into a state of shock. And I wonder what happened. So maybe when Emily saw the ring, it triggered something, and that caused her to fall apart. So throughout the examination, she didn't say a word. It was like she really didn't understand what was going on. On the bright side, neither of us had any symptoms of decompression sickness. Well, I was discharged, but they had to keep Emily overnight, hoping she'd show signs of recovering from her lethargic state. So I wonder what would have happened next to Emily. Well, it beats me. That's not really a good response to say right now. So she looked so happy when she found the ring, though. But right after that, she obviously found something else as well. So where's the ring then? What happened to it? Well, so Emily had not let go of the ring box. But when I got the chance to look inside again, it was empty. So did it fall out then? So she looked out toward the ocean. So we can't find it now. But at least they're safe, so that matters. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's make something to welcome her back. Good idea. Thanks, Chisa. Well, I better get home soon, okay? So Chisa waved and left to face certain doom. There had been no serious accident, but it still looked bad for the diving shop. Well, I'm gonna get it from Grandma as well. The fact that I'm out here way too late. So I guess she kept the shop closed. I'm thinking that Grandma would be more upset that she lost Emily. Because she really saw Emily as her granddaughter. Well, of course she did. So with all 3 staff members out and her legs in bad shape, there was no way she would be able to open this place. And she'll probably be furious. So I prepare myself for the worst and went inside. I'm back. So let's see what the grandma has to say about this. Okay, so at least she's not as angry as what Hiroki expected. Well, I'm the only grandson, you know. Well, then again, the things that you've done doesn't make me proud. I'm sorry, Grandma. About what? Well, you heard about what happened, right? Well, there's nothing I can say about it. But you're really close to Emily, so I thought you'd be furious at me for putting her in danger. Oh, so you wanted me to beat you up for all that? Well, that's not what I mean. Well, though to be honest, it might have eased my conscience a little if she had gotten mad at me, but I knew I deserved it. So what did she have to say to Hiroki about all this? Advice?
人生はアドベンチャー。危険なことも好きなだけやるといいさ。
So remember that. Life is an adventure. And that does mean that you'll run into danger at some point.
でもね、冒険していいのは危険を乗り越える勇気と覚悟を持つ者だけ。
Interesting response.
それがないやつがやるのは冒険じゃない。ただはしゃいでるだけの大遊びさ。
So you will experience challenges at some point, and the fun is being able to overcome the challenges and succeed. So that's another one of Grandpa's sayings, right?
ああ、そうだ。最高に生かした男の言葉だ。胸に刻んでおくんだね、クソガキ。
Well, I wish you learned more from Grandpa. You're probably right.
それから、これはあたしからだ。
So here's something from me.
冒険で負うべきリスクってのは、何も目に見えるものばかりじゃない。
So what do you mean then?
さあね、自分で考えな。
Well, just think about it, kid. Well, I probably wouldn't get anything else out of her at this point.
さてと、風呂にでも入ろうかね。
Okay, well, I'll go to sleep now. Good night. So Grandma went back into the house. So risks that are not obvious. It sounds pretty profound, but it would take me a while to work out what Grandma had really been trying to tell me from the start. So Emily was discharged from the hospital the next day. There were no concerns over her long-term symptoms, but she was still in shock and had locked herself up in her room.
大丈夫かしら、あの子。
So is she okay?
やはり外の世界は危険に満ちている。
Well, just like what I confirmed from the internet.
なんか後味の悪い結末になっちまったな。
Well, who knew that it would be like this? So, while the others talked around me, I looked through the recently developed photos.
それ、昨日の写真？
So, how are the photos? Yeah. So they were all shots of the interior of the ghost ship.
これが幽霊船の中か。
So this is what Emily was looking at. So, what else? So there was a desk where she found the ring. Emily had looked at something placed on that desk. And whatever she looked at, it had really freaked her out. So I wonder what it is.
何かしらこれ？ノート？
A notebook? Well, not sure. So was there anyone who would know what it was? There was Emily, of course, but apart from her... Wait, this guy. I wonder what he has to do with all this. So I'm going to cut the episode here, and I wonder what he has, given that he probably may have been a contributing factor to all this. So the good thing is that Emily found the ring, but the bad thing is that something impacted her, it caused her to pass out, and it pretty much scarred everyone, including Chisa and Shinami and Ryota. And I wonder what's the other item that shocked Emily. I'm not sure if it's a notebook or not. It's just a speculation from Chisa. Or maybe it's the magazine, or maybe something else. So, with all that in mind, we're going to see what this old man has to say about this, and if he did have a part in this whole tragedy / story. So with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.